Hello and welcome to the AEW Wrestling Talk Show with Rich Jones and
Sean Smith as we bring you our reactions to AEW All Out, which came at you from Chicago, Illinois, in the Hoffman Estates bit of Chicago, from the Now Arena in front of 8,660 fans.
seems small for a wrestling show.
It does, but as ever, as we should always say on these AEW Wrestling Talk shows, card subject to change.
And it was, as
we
had adding to the matches we did in our pre-show, we had 4 buy-in matches.
One of which was a tag team match between the Acclaimed of Anthony Bowens and Max Caster taking on the Iron Savages of Bronson and Boulder, with the Acclaimed picking up the win.
The other one was a trios match with Holograms, Sammy Guevara, Goldust,
The Dusty Rhodes, the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions,
taking on the premier athletes of Tony Nese,
not copyrighted,
Ali Daivari,
not copyrighted,
and Josh Woods. No relation to someone else with the last name Woods.
No. But the winning team of the match were Hologram and the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions of Sammy Guevara and Dustin Rhodes.
The third one was also a trios match with the Bam Bam Gang of Austin Gunn, Colton Gunn, and Juice Robinson taking on the Dark Order.
With the Bang Bang Gang of the Guns and Juice Robinson picking up the win.
And then, as if we couldn't get enough trio matches, they gave us a 3-way / triple threat trios match.
Yes.
As the Undisputed Kingdom, Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, and Roderick Strong
took on the team of the Beast Mortos, formerly known as Black Taurus,
and the Shane Taylor Promotions
of Shane Taylor and Lee Moriarty, and Action and Wrestling Top Flights of Dante Martin and Darius Martin, with the winning in the match being the Undisputed Kingdom.
Now, the main card opened up with the slightly personal match that had been building for a while and took an even more personal turn with the events of All In.
As Maxwell Jacob Freeman went one-on-one with Daniel Garcia in a 23-minute match.
And whilst this is probably not 100% done yet, following wrestling logic, and with what happened at All In, the winner of this match is MJF.
After the match, MJF tried to shake Daniel Garcia's hand, in which Daniel Garcia accepted, but MJF tried to low blow Daniel Garcia, but Garcia saw it coming, and then pile-driven MJF off the middle rope.
Like I said, this isn't over, and did you really expect a douchebag like MJF to do something sportsmanlike?
Next match was for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team, well, the AEW World Tag Team titles, even though AEW does own Ring of Honor. Next match was for the Tag Team World Tag Team Champions of AEW, as the Young Bucks of Matt Nick Jackson took on the Blackpool Combat Clubs, Claudio Castagnoli,
Cesaro,
copyright, and Wheeler Utah.
Who are, of course, 2/3 of the AEW's Trios champions.
Yes, the match was around 15 minutes in length.
And considering that there was no real story behind this match, as is the case for quite a few of these matches, considering there's only a 2-week gap between All In and All Out.
Very true.
I don't think anyone was really expecting new champions here.
No, not really.
And that is exactly what they got, as the Young Bucks retained the tag team titles. So, the next match included the third part of the Trios Champions. Pac challenged Will Ospreay for the AEW International Championship.
And the match was around 20 minutes in length.
Again, no real story here. This was just a match that they put together for expecting some good wrestling. And given the fact that Will Ospreay had just won back the championship, was he really going to lose it?
No, because the winner of the match, and still AEW International Champion, the Aerial Assassin, Will Ospreay.
Now, the stipulation on the next match was decided at All In a mixed tag team match.
As Willow Nightingale took on her former tag team partner, Chris Statlander, in a Chicago street fight.
And like mentioned, the stipulation was decided on when Willow Nightingale won a mixed tag team match at All In.
Mm-hmm.
And then make this a Chicago street fight. And dare I say that this is yet again a classic example of 50-50 booking.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more with this.
As it was Chris Statlander who managed to pick up the victory here by submission.
The next match was a four-way match for the AEW Continental Championship.
Now, when we did our pre-show to this, it was a case of the champion versus to be determined competitors.
So, as we know, it was Takeshita Okada putting his championship on the line, but now we know the identities of the men who were involved, and they were
Mark Briscoe,
freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy, and Tonoe Takeshita.
And again, given the fact that the Continental Championship is still a relatively new championship, and they seem to be wanting to build at least a lengthy run with its second champion, and the fact that this was another match that seems to have been just thrown together.
Yeah.
There was no real chance of having a new champion.
Because the winner of the match, and still AEW Continental Champion, Takeshita Okada, the Rainmaker.
Next came the match for the AEW TBS Championship. Are we noticing a theme here? Soon this has been called AEW Night of Champions.
I would most certainly think so.
As Sasha Banks
we mean Mercedes Moné
defends against former women's champion
Hikaru Shida, but there was a stipulation to this match that Mercedes Moné's bodyguard, Camille, was banned from ringside.
It's safe to say that Mercedes hasn't exactly gone down well with the AEW fan base. And I'm not 100% convinced that she's done with Britt Baker yet.
Absolutely not.
Which again leads to what seems to be a reoccurring thing of this match. this event that a quickly thrown together championship match is not going to result in a new champion being crowned as the winner of the match, and still TBS champion isn't Fairy Monet.
Next, we move on to a match for the AEW World Championship as Bryan Danielson,
otherwise known as Daniel Bryan,
copyright, defends his championship against the AEW TNT champion, the Scapegoat, Jack Perry.
Now, this is a bit of a weird one.
It is a bit, yeah.
Because, of course, Danielson's career will only last as long as he's AEW World Champion.
Yes, that's correct.
But Jack, was anyone really expecting Jack Perry to win this?
Not really.
But again, you're not going to take the title off of Danielson just a couple of weeks after winning it.
Because the winner of the match, and still AEW World Champion, is Bryan Danielson. But there was a very big talking point
that Danielson winning this match is not the talking point, because after the match, Christian Cage's party, shall we say, comes out and tries a beat down on Danielson in an attempt for Christian Cage to catch in his Money in the Bank contract.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting you to do a copyright there.
I apologise.
But Christian Cage's, shall we say, contract, which he won at All In to give him a future shot at the championship. Well, when that happened, the Blackpool Combat Club and Pac ran out and basically said, not going to happen.
Yeah, and then they start celebrating with Bryan Danielson and Wheeler Yuta in the ring, when all of a sudden, Claudio Castagnoli decides, you know what, I'm going to uppercut Bryan Danielson in the jaw.
Yes, so, yeah. Also, Jon Moxley came out as well.
And I can't even say this.
Wait, I'll get to that in a second. But
yes,
during this little beatdown on Danielson, Pac and Claudio Castagnoli and Moxley are beating him down, but surprisingly, and this may play into things later down the road, Wheeler Yuta wants nothing to do with it, and is being held back from basically telling them not to do it.
He's being held back, basically, at this point by Marina Shafir.
And then, as if this thing couldn't get any worse, AEW decided it's a right idea to show attempted murder.
Yeah, as the crowd were chanting, "This is murder," basically Moxley puts a plastic bag over the head of Bryan Danielson, the world champion, causing him to pass out.
Yeah, we've known from his days in a different company that Moxley had a few screws loose.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And where is this going? Is this going to Danielson versus Moxley, or Danielson versus Pac, or Danielson versus Claudio?
Time will only tell.
Now, as if that wasn't disturbing enough,
we were just getting started.
the main event of All Out was the Lights Out Steel Cage match. in a very personal affair between Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland, both former AEW World Champions.
Yes, and this match is very personal as a result of what happens on AEW Dynamite before All Out.
Yes, someone deciding to burn down my childhood home. Damn right it's getting personal.
Yeah, this match, as expected, was going to be a very violent one.
Yes, and it lasted about half an hour. It's, however, got as violence I can deal with in wrestling. We deal with it all the time, even less so than we used to 20 odd years ago, but it's still there. But there's a line between violence and uncomfortable.
Yes, as the ending of this match came when Hangman Adam Page had a syringe in his hand and started to inject inside the mouth of Swerve Strickland, and then, to make matters worse, he then goes for an unprotected steel chair shot to the head of Swerve Strickland, causing the referee to end the match.
But again, and it's not just that which is disturbing enough. Since when does a steel cage match end by knockout?
It never does, to be honest. It's supposed to be pinfall or submission, but either way, the winner of the match by knockout was Hangman Adam Page.
I would like to think that they're not done with the storyline yet, but where exactly do they go from being this violent?
It's Tony Khan. He'll probably find a way.
So those are the matches of All Out. We'll go through them one more time, starting with the 4 buy-in matches.
In the first buy-in match, the Acclaimed of Anthony Bowens and Matt Caster beat the Iron Savages.
In a trios match, Hologram, Sammy Guevara and Dustin Rhodes defeated the Premier Athletes.
In the third buy-in match, the Bam Bang Gang of Austin and Colton Gunn and Juice Robinson beat the Dark Order.
And in the final one, the Undisputed Kingdom defeated the Beast Mortars and Shane Taylor's promotions and the Top 5.
On the main card, Maxwell Jacob Freeman defeated Daniel Garcia.
The Young Bucks defeated the Blackpool Combat Club to retain the AEW World Tag Team Championship.
The Aerial Assassin Will Ospreay retained his AEW International Championship against Pac.
Chris Statlander defeated Willow Nightingale in a Chicago street fight.
Takeshita Okada retained his AEW Continental Championship against Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, and Tenoe Takeshita.
Mercedes Moné defeated Kira Shida to retain the AEW TBS Championship.
Bryan Danielson retained his AEW World Championship against the TNT champion, the Scapegoat, Jack Perry.
And Hangman Adam Page defeated Swerve Strickland in a lights-out street fight. It was a cage match.
So that about does it for our AEW All Out post show.
The AEW's next event comes at us in about 5 weeks at a Wrestle Dream.
Yes.
So join us then.
Until then, he's been
Ray Jones and he's been
Sean Smith, and we will see you very soon.